So let's think about that Bible reading together. We heard that it's a prayer request, isn't it? It's the Apostle Paul asking the Christians he's writing to pray for him. And I think that this is one of the parts of the Bible that we can pretty much lift out and pretty much take wholesale as an instruction to us, a request to us to pray for each other. Because if we look at what he asks them to pray for him, you see in verse 31 that he says about the contribution that I'm taking to Jerusalem. So it's quite specific to an event in history and time. But actually, when you look at the words used in the original, he just asks them to pray for his service for Jerusalem. It's very general words. Pray for my service for Jerusalem. And so in essence, if you had to sum up the prayer, it's just a prayer for his serving of the Lord. And so for that reason, I think we can pretty much just lift this up, because all of us can, if we're trusting in Jesus, if we know Jesus, we can and do serve the Lord in everything we do, don't we? Whatever it is you're going to be doing tomorrow morning. Later on, for example, in the book of Colossians, Paul says to the Christians, whatever you do, work at it with all your heart, working as for the Lord and not for men. So whatever it is we're going to be doing tomorrow, whether you're doing a paid job tomorrow morning, or whether you're doing some unpaid kind of service of people, or whether you're studying, whether you're resting and taking a break from work, whether you're looking after children, whether you are enduring a difficult situation, maybe a health challenge, whatever you are doing tomorrow morning, you can do it to serve Jesus if you know him. All of us are engaged in serving the Lord. And for that reason, I think that we can take this prayer very directly as a request to us, an instruction for us from God to pray for one another. This is a particular request by Paul to a particular group of people to pray for him, isn't it, in his service of the Lord. But I think that we can take this prayer and this request as one that we ask for one another. That we can ask people to pray for our service of the Lord, because we all serve the Lord. And also we can pray for Christians across the world, whatever they're doing, not just pastors and missionaries, although of course we can pray for them too as they serve the Lord. But for any Christian, I think we can take this prayer pretty much word for word and use it as an instruction, a request to pray for one another as we serve the Lord this week and throughout our lives. So with that in mind, I'm just going to try and draw out three particular features, I think, of this prayer.